This is Vinocity Wine Stories. I'm your host, Vicki Miller. With these stories, we give you the color commentary behind wine, how it's made, the places where it's made, and how we can enjoy it more. Today, we're actually going to talk about how we taste, and how we taste wine in particular. We have two different mechanisms that help us taste. The first, of course, is taste buds. We all know about taste buds. We have between 2,000 and 8,000 taste buds on our tongue, which actually leads me to this point, and that is, you may be on the 2,000 end of the spectrum or on the 8,000 end of the spectrum. It doesn't really matter. We all taste differently, and you shouldn't feel like you should taste something just because somebody else does. There's no wrong way and there's no right way to taste anything. I frequently taste something that somebody else doesn't taste, and vice versa. Somebody else will taste something in a wine, and I never even get it. But it's because we're all built a little bit differently, so not to worry. So back to taste buds. Taste buds actually taste 5 different things. They taste salt, sweet, sour, bitter, and savory, also called umami. But that's it. So you'll notice that on that list, I didn't include strawberry, because we have a separate mechanism for other types of flavors. That mechanism involves your sense of smell. So when you smell something, that actually helps your taste. You know that when your nose is really stuffed up, you really can't taste your food very well. And that's because you've got a mechanism up at the top of your nasal passages called the olfactory bulb, which is very, very important and a critical component of tasting. Any kind of food has aromatic compounds that come off of it, and particularly wine. Wine has hundreds of aromatic compounds in it. And when the aromatic compounds come out of the liquid and into the air, we can smell them. And that also helps us with taste. So, when you sniff the wine, the compounds go up through your nose and they go up to this thing called the olfactory bulb, which sits up at the top of your nasal passages. You have one on each side. This olfactory bulb senses thousands of aromas. And so because of that, it can help you with your taste and actually is critical to your taste. So when you sniff wine, you're sending those aromatic compounds up to the olfactory bulb. It has a nerve that connects it to your brain, and when it senses these things, it tells your brain what it's sensing, and your brain says, oh, strawberry. And that's how that happens. So what can we do with wine to help both of those mechanisms work? Well, we swirl the wine, and that's why you see people swirling wine. It's to help those compounds, those aromas, come out of the liquid and into the air. And then we sniff it. Then we also take the wine when we drink it and swish it around in our mouth. At the back of your palate, there's another passage up to the olfactory bulb. It's called the retronasal passage. But it also helps all those aromas get up to the olfactory bulb and tell your brain what it is that's in that wine and help you enjoy it. So the next time you're drinking wine, try this experiment. Just take the glass of wine, maybe sniff it, drink it, and see how much you appreciate out of the wine. Then for your second sip, swirl the wine and then sniff. And I think you'll probably smell more than you did the first time. And then when you sip it, swish it around in your mouth, swallow, and then see what you taste. And see if you taste more than you did the first time around. That's your job for the next time you have a glass of wine. I hope you enjoy it. Not a bad job. This is Vinocity Wine Stories. I'm Vicki Miller. See you again soon.